Good morning and welcome to Fat Cow Farm. Now, I just wanted to give everyone an update about how we were going through our summer vegetables. Now, this is garden bay number 2, and this one's still productive for us. So we're still extracting or harvesting corn, zucchinis, cucumbers, beans, peas. What else have I got in there? Lettuces and greens. I've got my basil, tomatoes. So there's still a lot going on in there. There was a few, what we've found though, is that between planting out garden bed number 1 and garden bed number 2, we left it at around about 5 weeks. Now, that was too long for us as a part of our summer harvest. And that needed to be reduced, I think, round about that 3 to 4 week period. And I think that would have a better flow-on effect for our summer veggies. But in saying that, there's a few things that have come about over the summer period that I wanted to share with you in the way that garden bed number 1 has ticked over the summer months. Now, what we have found is during those hot summer nights where we've got the sun coming through, the way that we trained up our tomatoes, when you'll see that on previous videos that we've done it on strings. And so we've basically been training the tomato vines. Now, what's happened is that these guys work so well that it stopped a lot of that afternoon sun coming into the main corridor here of the chicken coop and also the roosting box. Now, totally unexpected, but absolutely fantastic. And what we've found is that our egg production has actually upped. Now, I don't know if that's come down to heat stress or whatever it may be, but it's certainly a lot cooler in here, which works out better for the chickens. So better for the chickens, better for Fat Cow Farm, mate. It's all rock and roll. It's all one big cycle. But today, garden bed number 1, we're stopping. Okay, so we're going to let the chickens in, and I'll let them know that it's time for them to start cleaning up. And their objective over the next probably 2.5 months now is to basically clean this bay up completely and bring it back down to basically dirt. I can then lock it off. I'll throw in a winter cover mix in here, and this will then be ready for next summer. All right, so I wanted to show you a few things in here that have sort of worked extremely well. Now, you can see here onto my left that the tomatoes have gone up through the mesh. Okay, and again, what's happening is that not only have we got that sunlight coming through or that direct heat, we're getting like a canopy cover as well, which is then protecting a lot of the greens and everything else in this particular bed. Now, the tomatoes are fast growing, and that, for them to get to that sort of height, I'm thinking it was around about that 4 to 5 week period, which will, it has worked out very, very well, because what we're finding is that the seedlings and everything else that we're planting here during that period were just thriving. There was no burn off or anything like that on the leaves. Now, the chickens, look at this. The chickens have already come in. They think it's all pretty exciting. And I'm expecting that now, like I said, I reckon there's probably, 8, 9, maybe 10 weeks, they'll have all this squared away. And at that point there, maybe a little bit sooner, I'll be able to take out all my strings, remove all those, get all the anchor, the wire anchor out of the ground. I'll remove the irrigation system from here, and we'll just let them scratch it all nice and level. And like I said to you, we'll put in a winter cover crop in here, and that'll be then ready for our summer. But as you can see, our corns are all finished. A lot of our sort of basic foods have all been harvested. Look, I'm still seeing tomatoes, nice little bunch. Good for my sandwiches tomorrow. I might take them with me. But there's a lot that's already finished now. So this is the perfect opportunity for the chickens to come in and let chickens do what chickens do. Helping me, helping them. Now, what the other thing that we'll find is that because there's so much food in here still, our pellet, chicken pellets that we supply with the chickens here, that'll start getting reduced again. And it won't be, like, that top up will be probably maybe once every 10 days, maybe even 2 weeks. We'll monitor that. But the chickens will come in here and they'll smash everything out. So, mate, how good is this, eh? So, I'm going to get the chickens and I'm really going to sort of focus on getting everything sorted out in here. I'll come and find you and we can go from there. I'll see you soon. Okay, so here we are. I've told the chickens that the gate is now open and they've come flying in. And you can see they're scratching and carrying on, checking for all the worms and chasing all the greens. I'm just quickly having a look here. Oh, look, you know, what they'll end up doing is picking some little short carrots and everything else. I don't know how long this will take. I reckon this will probably take around about 8 weeks, 8 to 9 weeks. They'll have all this smashed out. So this bay is now going to be permanently open. And they'll just do what chickens do. So for the full story about working with veggie gardens and the chicken coop, like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.